Hi dears, today we are going to discuss about the classification of the kingdom fungi. Depending upon their mycelium, on the basis of the morphology of their mycelium and the different types of spores, the mode of spore formation. So depending upon these, the kingdom fungi, it is divided into 4 classes. We had to study about their general characteristics and some of the examples. So let's start by the first class, that is known as the Fico Mycells. Fico Mycells. Okay, these are the lower fungi. This otherwise known as algal fungi. Then most of them are aquatic. And their mycelium. Their mycelium is aseptate and cenocytic, that is multinucleated. So they are aseptate and cenocytic. Then their asexual reproduction, it takes place by the formation of zoospores or aplanospores. You know that these are endogenously produced in the sporangium. Okay. Then the sexual reproduction it takes place by isogamy or anisogamy, and here in this lower fungi the karyogamy, it immediately follows what? Plasmogamy. Okay, that means there is no dikaryophase. Dikaryophase is absent in Fico Mycells. The common examples are Rhizopus and Mucor. Both are what? Common bread mold. Okay. So these are the general characteristics of the first class. The second class, that is known as Sac Fungi or Asco Mycells. The second class is Asco Mycells or commonly known as Sac Fungi. Most of them are terrestrial and they are hyphae. Their mycelium is septate and branched. In the case of asexual reproduction, it takes place by the formation of conidia. They are exogenously produced in the conidiophores. Okay, and they have different types of what? The sexual reproduction. For example, gametangial contact, gametangial copulation, then what? Somatogamy. So there are different types of what? Sexual reproduction can be seen. And their sexual spores are known as the Asco Spores. These Asco Spores, which are produced in a sac-like structure, that is known as ascus. Okay, hence they got the name what? Sac fungi. So a sac-like structure is known as what? Ascus. In this, the ascospores are produced. So in them, the karyogamy, it is delayed. So they have a delayed karyogamy. So we can say that what? They have a dikaryotic cells. These dikaryotic cells are formed in the most Asco Mycells. Here examples are yeast and penicillium. These are 2 common examples. Okay. Now let's move to the next 2 classes. The third class is the Basidiomycetes. The Basidiomycetes, it's otherwise known as the club fungi. These are the most advanced forms of fungus. They are found on the soil, then tree stems, and some are parasitic fungi. And their mycelium, it is branched and septate. And then dikaryotic phase is occurring. A dikaryotic phase can be seen. And here the asexual spores, which are generally not formed, and they reproduce by what? Vegetative reproduction. Fragmentation is the common type of vegetative reproduction. And in Basidiomyces, usually the sex organs are absent. But the plasmogamy, it occurs by the fusion of 2 vegetative cells, okay, of different strains. And that result in the formation of a dikaryotic structure. That dikaryotic structure, it gives rise to a club-shaped basidium. Okay, a club-shaped basidium. So hence the name what? The club fungi. So then after plasmogamy, there is what? Karyogamy and meiosis. Okay, the zygotic meiosis and the karyogamy. Both of them, they takes place in the basidium, and this forms what? The sexual spores. These sexual spores are known as basidiospores. Okay, so these are the main characters of what? Basidiomycetes. Puccinia and agaricus are two examples. Okay, now we move to the last class. So the last class we are going to discuss is the Deuteromyces. It is otherwise known as imperfect fungi. Actually, it is an artificial class. It's an artificial class. It's otherwise known as the imperfect fungi. It includes all those fungi where their sexual stage, their sexual stage is not known. Only their vegetative phase is known, or only their asexual phase is known. Their sexual stage is not known. Okay, such type of fungi are included in the Deuteromyces, and it is believed that most of these Deuteromyces, they are actually what? Asco Mycells, in which the sexual stage is absent or not known. Okay, then their mycelium, it is septate and profusely branched, and there is only what? Asexual reproduction is taking place there. Okay, there is no other kind of reproduction. There is what? Only asexual reproduction, and it is usually by the formation of conidia. And here trichoderma, it is an example. Okay, so these are the characters of what? The Deuteromyces. So today we have discussed about the different classes coming under the kingdom fungi. Okay, so for your quarterly examination, your syllabus will be up to this. That means the first chapter plus the second chapter up to the classification of what? Fungi. Okay, so now I am going to conclude this section. So you must study well. You may go through your textbook. If you find any difficulty, you can ask me. Okay, so I wish you all the best for all of you. So you write the exam very well and study well. Okay, so thank you. Bye bye.